Can we go without throwing any interceptions?
Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles
no
east of the Capitol
No
Dome
interception. No interception.
from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. It'll be the #1 pick from back in 2005, leading him onto the field. Their 14-year veteran out of Utah, it's Alex Smith.
And despite another terrific season from Alex Smith in Kansas City, Kansas City knew from the moment Patrick Mahomes was drafted, this day was going to come sooner rather than later. And now he goes to Washington and replaces Kirk Cousins. 2 different quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins a little more of the freewheeling sort. Alex Smith more deliberate, more controlled, but can still throw that dagger pass downfield.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Yeah, that was you.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his first look is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You see Thompson's numbers from a week ago. 24 carries, 80 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Boom.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Hogan now. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. first and 10. Hogan. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and 10 at the 17.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run with Thompson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Jordan Reed's coming off of an injury-plagued season that set him back and held him to just 6 games. And Washington's definitely hoping he can get back to his 2016 Pro Bowl form. That made him one of the most dangerous tight ends in the game. And in fact, when he runs routes, it's often equated to a basketball player with a great crossover move. A lot of guys just can't stick with him.
All right, here we go.
Now Thompson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Let's look at the defensive starters now for Dallas. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
Set! Blue landing!
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first.
That's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Here we go now. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Hogan. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Well, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be brought out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 3rd year now at the helm of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott.
The numbers he put up as a rookie, outstanding. But were they really, truly sustainable? Remember, they were 13-3 his rookie season. They ended up going 9-7 in 2017. How about they went from 4 interceptions in 2016 as a rookie to 13 his 2nd year? These are numbers that you didn't expect to stay the same. I do expect Dak Prescott to continue to get better and better as a quarterback in the NFL.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put, in this case, just a little bit too much.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive #1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Geis with the carry on second down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Hogan. Jordan Reed has it.
Man, damn it.
Nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Set. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Operating from the gun. Hogan. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start on the ground with Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. On second down, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And we will not see another play as time has run out on this first quarter.